The biggest headlines, the voices, the moments driving SFR BTR forward. Give us less than 10 minutes. We'll take you inside SFR BTR, your new weekly must-have habit. Wrap up your week inside SFR BTR. New episodes drop every Friday on Everezi Media and wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Inside SFR BTR for Friday, April 24th, 2026. I'm Gregory Frank along with Ryan Saturday. This week's show is powered by Brock and Scott. Coming up on Inside the Vendor Network, this one's going to challenge how you think about talent in real estate. Yvonne Kenny sitting down with Kelsey Corey to unpack why fractional leadership isn't a stopgap, it's an entirely new lane. Then on SFR SHE-SUITE, Tanya Odell, Mindy Seeger, welcome Jennifer Merritt. It's all about showing up, stepping forward, and owning your path. Real stories, real decisions, real growth in single-family rental. Then, headed to New Orleans for NARPM next week? This is your move. Join Charlotte from Blue Chip Maintenance, Wednesday, April 29th, 6:15 a.m. at the Hyatt. Move, connect, lead. All that plus, high-performance teams don't happen by accident. They're built with intention. On Thrive, Chad Rulo, CEO First Rate Field Services, breaks down what it really takes to lead, scale, and win in SFR BTR. We've got a great show for you today. Let's get started.
This is not a stopgap. We're looking for that all-in mentality. I'm going in. I have commitment. I have skin in the game.
Today, I'm joined by someone who is truly shaping how real estate thinks about talent and leadership. Kelsey Corey is the driving force behind a new era in real estate executive search and a trusted advisor to some of the most influential leaders.
After COVID, so many executive leadership, they have the highest paid salaries, so typically they were cut the most. And then we didn't really see those roles bounce back into the marketplace. People really had to figure out, what is my next step? What I was seeing was the supply kept growing over here, but over here, it's silence. There's no demand. And I really had to kind of sit with myself and say, it's not a lack of interest. And I know it's not a lack of need. It's a lack of infrastructure. These organizations just don't even know this exists. All of these fractional leaders, they're siloed. If you don't have your SEO right, if you don't have all your marketing right, these companies don't even know how to find you specifically in what you do. You're never going to be found. In the next 5 years, this is going to be the new way. I spent my time in the W-2 seat, absolutely loved it, but I'm ready for something bigger. I'm ready for something that has that impact. Today, it's just a lack of education, and it's a lack of where to find it.
I followed this poor man to the bathroom. I didn't go in the bathroom, but I followed him there. And when he got out, I was like, I love everything that you said, and I want to work for you, now. And he was like,
guys, we got a good one for you today. She's one of the best BDMs to walk the SFR space, Jen Merritt.
As women, we sometimes feel like we shouldn't take the dominant stance. So we make ourselves a little bit smaller and we wait for people to recognize what we're saying rather than just making moves on our own. There's been two key pivotal points where I stopped playing small, and both of them have got me big, giant leaps ahead in my career. I'm out. I'm not interested in this. You guys aren't listening. I'm tired of screaming it from the top of the roof. I have to go. And I got a call from that CCO that same day, and he was like, I want you to come work underneath me. Somehow, $4 billion company, and I went to work right underneath the CCO. Even if it ends up being the worst thing ever, you will land on your 2 feet as long as you pursue the things that your gut tells you to do.
Hey everybody, Charlotte with Blue Chip Maintenance here. Quick thought that I wanted to share. How great do you feel when you wake up first thing in the morning and start moving your body? Well, that's exactly why I've decided to combine a few of my favorite things: being healthy, building relationships, and then, seeing a little bit of the cities that we are visiting for these conferences. So next week at the NARPM conference on Wednesday, we are going to be doing a Rise and Stride. I want to invite everybody to join me. We'll meet right outside of the hotel in front of the fountain at 6:15 a.m. We'll take a quick 15-minute walk down to the Lafayette Square, where we'll do some dynamic stretching, and then we'll walk back to the hotel, which will give us about a 45-minute workout. I've already mapped everything out. All you have to do is show up. If you want to bring a towel to sit on for the stretching portion, please do. Other than that, I look forward to connecting with you and getting our day started the right way. Come join me.
For people like me and anybody else tuning into our audience, you were in the military, then you were in the nonprofit sector, and then where you are today.
Thanks for having me on. It's great. I love what you all are doing. I think this show and Ever-Resi in general is just an awesome organization. You know, it really starts back from where I came from. I come from a very, very small rural community in Missouri. You know, a lot of that's based, a lot of different values and hard work and supporting each other and, you know, all that good stuff. All that being said, it was just a little too small at the time for me. I got to do something more. You know, I'm a person of action. I've always been like that. I wrote my first contract when I was like 7.
And what I love about you is also like you're the eyes and ears for your clients. You really provide that on the ground intel.
Absolutely. Like I said, that's our client's reputation. They're in that community, and then also our reputation. It works out very, very well. I will say that, you know, it's a lot.
Yeah. And, you know, it actually like brings back to a point too, where when we had Melanie French on here from R11, something that she had mentioned is that, you know, anybody that's inside those communities, right, the residents, when they look outside their window or their porch, sometimes they are looking into the parking lot or just the actual community grounds. And so your contribution of making sure that's all elevated from every aspect of how you guys are, you know, providing that service to your clients is so critical.
The biggest headlines, the voices, the moments driving SFR BTR forward. Give us less than 10 minutes. We'll take you inside SFR BTR, your new weekly must-have habit. Wrap up your week inside SFR BTR. New episodes drop every Friday on Ever-Resi Media and wherever you get your podcasts.